They treated me like trash for my adopted brother. Now they're begging for mercy. Part 5. The secret behind the adoption. I used to think Ethan just manipulated his way into being the favorite. But I was wrong. It wasn't just his charm or lies. It was deliberate, coordinated, a secret I never saw coming. And once I uncovered it, everything I thought I knew about my family shattered. It started with a letter. While digging through some old boxes in the attic, trying to find my baby photos, funny enough, I found a sealed envelope, tucked behind a stack of Ethan's Welcome to the Family scrapbook pages. It was addressed to my dad, from someone named Lydia W. I had never heard the name before. The handwriting was messy, desperate, almost like it was written in a panic. I opened it. Inside was a single page, and I'll never forget what it said. You said if I gave him up, he'd have a better life. You said you'd take care of him, not use me. You promised no contact, but I still get reports. You're lying to everyone, especially your real son. I should have never agreed. He doesn't deserve this. I read it twice, then a third time, and then it hit me. Lydia W. was Ethan's biological mother. The more I dug, the worse it got. I hacked into Dad's email backup. He never changed his old passwords. And there it was, a chain of emails between him and Lydia spanning years. From what I could piece together, Lydia was struggling, barely 20 when she had Ethan. My parents were part of a closed adoption group and found her through someone they knew. But this wasn't just adoption. This was a deal. My parents promised Lydia money. Not a lot, but enough to cover her disappearance. They convinced her it was for Ethan's safety. Told her he'd get a life of privilege. But what really happened? They used Ethan as a prop. A golden symbol. The good deed they could show off to neighbors, church friends, Facebook. And worse, they chose him before they started pushing me away. It all clicked. Ethan wasn't just the favorite by accident. They made room for him by erasing me. I printed everything. Emails, letters, even a voice memo from Lydia that was attached to one of the later messages. She sounded angry, regretful. I never would have done it if I knew what kind of people you were. And your son, your first son, he deserves the truth. That truth was going public. I uploaded everything anonymously again. Reddit, Twitter, even a Dropbox link titled, The Real Family Behind the Lies. I didn't care about protecting them anymore. If they were ashamed, good. If Ethan saw it and broke down, even better. But here's where it gets darker. After the leak, someone reached out. Lydia. She found me. She said she saw the thread, recognized the documents. She wanted to talk. We met at a coffee shop. She looked tired, older than I expected, but kind. She said, I always wondered what they told you about him. Or you. I told her everything. She sat there in silence for a minute. Then she pulled out her phone and slid it across the table. A photo of my mom and her together, smiling, best friends. Lydia whispered. She didn't adopt Ethan out of kindness. She did it out of guilt. Because she's the one who convinced me to give him up in the first place. She didn't just lie to you. She lied to both of us. So there it was. My entire childhood, engineered. The rejection, the gaslighting, the favoritism. It wasn't an accident. It was the result of one terrible secret buried beneath fake smiles and PDA meetings. I had exposed Ethan's fraud. Now I was about to expose my parents for what they really were. Manipulators, users, liars. And in part 6 I make the final move. One that ensures they'll never erase me again.